Hello na karibuni sana. For those who have subscribed, asanteni sana, na wenye hamja subscribe, kindly click that subscribe button hapo chini before we proceed. Now, today I want us to look on something critical. Let's look at the rate of unemployment in Kenya. Tuangalie what can be the solutions, because in Kenya is the only place where you go to primary school, you are told education is the key. You are done with primary school, you have not gotten the door yet to open with that small knowledge you have gained in primary school. Alafu kutoka primary school wanakuambia you advance the key so that you can get the door ahead. That is the situation. You are done with like 4 years in high school, that is plus the 8 years or 10 years that you spent in primary school. Unapata umespend around let's say 15 years in primary and secondary, and then yet you have not gotten the right key to success, because education you are being promised that is the key to success in every stage. Kwa primary unaambiwa education is the key, you go to secondary, education is the key. Now you are done with secondary education and you are being told so that you can get the door to open and you can open more doors, you have to go to university or to college or join a TVET or anything in tertiary education. Unajituma hapo, unajisukuma kabisa, unajifinyilia, unauza ng'ombe, unauza shamba, unafanya nini? You go to university or you go to college, you go to TVET, whatever institution that you join. Now, after you are done with that institution, maybe you are doing a university degree. Let's say you are doing your first university degree. You are done with the degree. Still, there is no door that is being opened with that degree there. You go to a job market, they tell you, we don't want this degree, we want a master's degree. Narudi nyumbani, naenda unauza ng'ombe, unauza shamba ingine, you come back, you do your master's degree. After doing a master's degree, still there is no open door. What next? Ulienda ukafanya diploma yako pale, umefanya degree yako pale, umefanya certificate, no door to open. Then to your surprise, boom, you are being told by the government, which was telling us when you graduate there will be jobs, you will create 1 million jobs per year, per what. Now you are being told umemaliza and the door to open is go to that affordable housing project yenye inaendelea pale, you get your job there. And the question becomes, affordable housing hatujakataa ni kazi, it can sustain you for a day or two, because utaenda pale you get like tuseme you can get for like they are paying I think 500 per day for mtu wa mkono, because ni wote hamwezi kwa mafundi. We are taking it from the low level, because ndio ukue fundi lazima ukue umefanya kitu kama machinery somewhere, and that is a course of its own. So wewe as a fresh graduate, ile kazi unaweza kupata pale kwa site labda ni mtu wa mkono, msee wa mkono. Umeenda pale umepigwa so zako 5, nakuja so 5, labda unaishi place kama Umoja, na hiyo affordable housing umeenda ukaipata huko Buruburu, utaspend around 100 bob. Asubuhi kuenda 50 bob, kurudi 50 bob, that is 100 bob. Kwa ile 500 umebaki na 400. Hiyo 400 umebaki nayo, landlord anakutegea end month akufinye, food inakungojea, and maybe because you have finished university now, the family and the community is looking at you. So ka function kashida kakitokea home, they don't want to know what kind of job you are taking, they want you to chip in and help. So umebaki na so 4 yako. So 4 mia ushatumia fare. Remember, affordable housing umekuwa ukifanya mjengo huwezi kula chipo ama ukule indomie na uende mjengo. That is obvious. Huwezi kula mjengo na uende, huwezi kula indomie na uende mjengo. Ulikuwa umepiga chapo zako 3 asubuhi na chai, that is around chapo moja ni 20, that's around 70 bob. Umebaki na kwa 400 umebaki na 330. Fika kejani jioni, hata tusihesabu lunch of which ni ngumu uiname, we must count it. Lunch tuseme umekula 50 yako, umejifinya kabisa, umekula labda mandazi na maji, so umekula 50, kwa 330 umebaki na 280 na hujafika home bado. Sapa tufike sapa, tuseme maybe unaishi kama bachelor, ukule 80 bob, so unabaki na so mbili. So the whole day you have made how much? 200. In real sense wanajua wamekulipa so 5, but pesa umebaki nayo ni so mbili. Now hii so mbili utasave, upe landlord end month, utashughulikia mahitaji yako ya nyumba, ama utahelp wazazi nyumbani, surely 200. Yet we are being told affordable housing is a job. Hatujakataa si kazi, hatujakataa si kazi, but is it a sustainable job? Because affordable housing, it is a project that will come to an end maybe in some years to come. So maybe it has absorbed like 200,000 people who are working there. After that, what will be the life of these 200,000 people wenye wako hapo kwa hiyo affordable housing project? Juu zikiisha, maybe this unit ikijengwa hapa ishe, hiyo ingine ijengwe huko ishe, na hiyo ingine ishe. What is the aftermath of all this? Have you given the solution to these people? Umewambia for now jishikilie na affordable housing instead of being idle, so that we create an opportunity somewhere for you, because you have suffered here. We create something for you somewhere to relieve you at least. Ama itakuwa tu ni kuimba tu, sijui we have created jobs, we have done this and this, we have done this and this. That is not the way to be a country. And luckily, maybe tuachane na hiyo affordable housing, luckily you have gotten your degree or your diploma from somewhere, and then you are going to do an internship for a government institution, like maybe you are doing education. Let me be specific. Maybe you are doing an education course, and then you are absorbed as an intern, and you are paid 17,000 as an intern before you are confirmed to TSC for permanent and pensionable. You are getting just 17,000. Let me ask you, with 17,000 and the current economy, what are you going to do with the 17,000? Because in this 17,000 there are some remittance that is going to be done. Sijui SHA itakata yake, HELB itakuwa inakutumia message inakwambia we are going to call your guarantors. Siku hizi kwanza ingoje, siku hizi inakukall there and there, haita ngoja sijui nini. You finish, you start paying. That is the condition, I think, yenye iko sahi. You are paying 17,000. You are being paid 17,000. Tuseme the actual amount in your account is like 15,000. If you are doing in education sector, more especially our JSS, you are being 17,000. 15,000 zimefika kwa account. Remember, hii job mali unaifanya, you must follow the dressing code conduct. As a teacher, lazima udress neatly. Lazima ukuwe umekomboa keja mahali kama ya 2,000 ama 3,000. So kwa 15,000 kwanza toa rent, utabaki na 12,000. 12,000 maybe ndio umegraduate, you are a fresh graduate. Lazima ununue nguo za official. Hiyo itakupiga budget ingine ya around 10,000. Umebaki na 1,000 ngapi? Umebaki na 3,000. 3,000. Sasa pangia 3,000. Umelipa nyumba, umedress, haujakula. Labda you are staying in a town, unafaa ununue maji, hujanunua food, hujanunua sabuni. What is this amount? You are doing internship, home wanajua umemaliza shule, you are doing a job. Yet the job you are doing is not paying you to an extent that you are calling people at home. Unapigia madhe, unamwambia madhe, si kuzuri, fanya aje unisupport na ngiri 3 nilipe rent mwezi, because maybe pesa nilipata nimefanya kulipa, kununua kusort some bills na nini. Surely, is that the way to be a country? You are being trained on a different course. Like I had the CS education saying that youths should find ways to create their own employment. It is not bad. Youths can create their own employment. But if you know youths can create their own employment, why exploit them? What is the need to exploit them? Because there is no need uambie mtoto ingia baby class. Aingie baby class, acheze play group, afanye nini, and then aingie primary school, aingie junior secondary, aingie secondary, and then you tell this person go to university, and then at the end kuje kumwambia create your own employment. Why don't you do away with all these things? Muambie sasa hakuna haja uende shule, fanya aje hapo huko, you can start creating your own employment. Hiyo maneno ishe, because huyu mtu kutoka mali alianzia shule mpaka mali amefikia sasa, mali unamwambia create own employment, he or she has used a lot of resources. A lot of resources has gone to waste, because huyu mtu amesoma akiwa na expectation maybe one time I will be working with a government institution, one time I'm being employed in a big company or doing this and that, and then at the end you are telling this person to create own employment after ame spend a lot of years zenye angekuwa ame create hiyo employment kitambo, angekuwa amejiempower na akaempower labda watu wengine. Sasa after amemaliza ndio unaanza kumwambia do this so that you can create your own job. Why can't you say, because there is no employment in Kenya, we can't absorb all the graduates, let's do this. Instead of doing this and that, wacha tufanye hivi, for those who are going to university, you just raise the grade. Because watu wanaenda na C+ and above, you can say those who are going to university are the A materials only, so that they can go and get employment. Na mkiaka hivyo bado watu watapita, they will excel with flying colors. Where are we going to take the youth after they have finished their schools? That is the thing that should be going on in the politician's mind, instead of kuzurura huku na pale kusema sijui we have done this. Instead of affordable housing, the government can look into doing something that can bring impact and a sustainable job to the growing youth economy. Instead of affordable housing, you can come up with industries, because you cannot take Kenya to be the Singapore that you want if there is still the problem of unemployment in Kenya. How are we going to sort out this gap? That is the discussion that we need to have. We want Kenya to be Singapore. It is not a bad idea. Everybody wants the country to grow. But it cannot grow if people will graduate and they are being told that the only available job is affordable housing, you work as mentionally, and watu wa mkono huko. That is not the way to be Singapore. We need to find other ways to make Kenya Singapore. You cannot build Singapore starting from the top. You build Singapore starting from the bottom. And that was the agenda, bottom up. The agenda was bottom up. Yes, if it is bottom up, the project that you are doing, you should start from down. The project should start from down. You cannot start building houses while we have mad classes in schools, dilapidated conditions in some schools. First, build the schools, work on the schools, make them functional. Build a good health system that is sustainable and dependable. First, clear the projects that need urgency before you go to projects that we need, but in other ways, we may not need them. If you create employment in industries, that is a sustainable employment because the industry will last for some years. But the affordable housing, ikijengwa iwekwe grills ipakwe rangi imeisha. Nothing more. Anyway, sikuwa niende hapo. We were looking on unemployment in Kenya. Tukasema unaenda shule and then ukimaliza shule you are told to get the key to success, kuendelea na masomo. Remember, when you are doing this education thing, the person you are benefiting is the government. Since class 1, when you started schooling, the people that you have been benefiting is the government. Because you used to buy books, pencils, and all this, and you used to pay some little money in school. Where does that money go? To the pockets of government. You're promoting businesses, the taxes are going to government. In high school, you are doing the same. In university, you have been paying fees. It is going to the pocket of the government. So, you are making the government richer while you are becoming poorer. You are empowering the government while you yourself, you are becoming poor. Selling land at home, selling cows and goats at home to take you to tertiary institution. In return, to be told there is no jobs in Kenya, create your own employment. Why did you wait for these people to sell their property so that you can tell them that there is no employment? They could have used their property to generate their own source of income rather than promising them that after schooling, we will create employments and jobs that are more sustainable. The door to success is closed. The keys are given to the tutors, to the lecturers, and to the teachers. But the door to open those with those keys is hidden somewhere, which is being opened by a few group of people. It is benefiting a few people, while those who are supposed to benefit from it are suffering out here. The youth are not demonstrating because they want to be given free money from the government. No. The youths will never demonstrate to be given free money from politicians or from any other institution or from anybody. What the youth are fighting for is very clear. The youth want employment. They have the energy. They have the power to do job and get their own money. They don't want something that is going to be given, because always something that is given for free comes with disrespect. So the plan of the government should be, how are we going to sort out the unemployment issue? How are we going to put more resources on the youth unemployment and sort out this issue once and for all? So gava kitu inafaa ifanye, it should prioritize youth's employability to avoid all the chaos that we saw in 2024 and some part of this 2025 in streets, where we lost young minds which are talented and have vision for this country, whereby the taxpayers' money is used to buy bullets and tear gas, to tear gas their own citizens while they are demanding for their own right, their benefit. Where are we heading to as a country? What is the plan to resolve all these issues? Tunafaa tufanye nini? Kwa sababu kama serikali imeshindwa kusort out the youth unemployment ama imeshindwa kutackle some of the institutions, let's have a meeting, a consultative meeting. The youths should be consulted, waulizwe, what do you want? How do you want us to deliver this and that? Because as of me personally, kama ningeulizwa, do you need the affordable housing or we build an industry, making this and that somewhere, I will support that one of industry, because industry it'll last for long, but affordable housing, it is a temporary job. We have a lot of raw materials hapa, tunaweza kuwa creative na tujue what we can do with those raw materials, instead of selling those raw materials kwenda nchi za nje sometimes, alafu wanaenda wanaongeza kitu kadogo and then they sell to us at a high prices. We can be the one adding that kakitu kadogo kenye wana add and then we sell to them. Where are we heading to as a country? That is the question. And what can we do to cap the unemployment gap? Yes, we can create our own employment, but tuseme kila mtu amecreate employment, na kila mtu amecreate employment similar na ya mwenzake. Maybe it is a business. Who is going to buy from one another? Who is going to buy from one another? Because we have said we create own employment. We have created own employment whereby we have similar commodity in the market. Who is going to promote who? It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. But what is the delivery plan? Creating unemployment in Kenya needs resources. Mtu asikudanganyi. It needs some funds. Even content creation needs funds. Taenda ucheke hivi upate simu ama kamera ukuje kufanyia vitu zako. So what is the way to empower those people who have mind and they have the plan to deliver something? What is the plan to support them? What is the plan? Anything, it needs a resource, and a resource must be found or must be given without condition. You bring in Nyota Fund, tukatai si mbaya, but you give conditions for you to be a beneficiary. Lazima ukuwe umefika form 4 na uja proceed. So you want to what you are trying to show is that those who reached form 4 and they did not proceed, they are far much better than those who proceeded. So showing that those who have proceeded wako na capability ya kupata jobs in future, the jobs which you have not created, wakimaliza wanaanza kuambiwa there is no jobs. It is not a bad idea. It is not a bad idea. But you are empowering those who reach form 4. What about those in tertiary institutions? What are they going to benefit? How are they going to benefit? Maybe if you wanted to empower our youth, mungeweka ikwe kitu general ina empower everybody. Ikwe ina reach out to anybody who wishes to have that money. Or you want to say that those who went beyond form 4 hawana akili, wanaweza anzisha biashara, or they don't want to be entrepreneurs. What is the point? Because hapa lazima tuelezane. So it means as long as you are beyond form 4, you cannot have a vision to be an entrepreneur. You want to be employed, of which in return the employment is affordable housing. That is the delivery plan. No other plan. Anyway, Let me have your views in the comment section, and we will interact more in the next video. I don't know what I'm going to do, but that is the reality in Kenya. But I believe there is solutions. This is not the end. There is solutions. Anyway, thank you for watching, and those who have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and thank you. Asanteni sana.